Is this game out in VR? I'm asking for a friend. Hey, everybody, Coach here,
And Nick,
and we're talking about a very interesting development. One of the very popular games, maybe, in the past several decades, Final Fantasy VII. I am not an expert, but I got somebody here who is,
I'm a huge
and
fan.
they've basically changed some of the story. And there's a question about whether or not the gaming publisher, Square Enix, is bending the knee to the fan base, maybe, or maybe to women's rights, or I don't know. But there's a
The woke,
character named Tifa who is known, wildly popular among the fans, for having great, big, gigantic boobies.
yeah.
So apparently, Nick, they're covering her up because they're bending the knee, right?
Well, that's what's being said. But if anybody who really digs into this and knows the game, knows the story, knows what's going on, knows that it's not exactly that. And we're gonna drop some. We're gonna drop some truth on you guys today regarding this whole censorship thing with Final Fantasy VII and Square Enix.
So here it is. Here's a post. They patched Fantasy VII Remake to slightly change the detail of Tifa's character model in the Nibelheim flashback
Nibelheim. Yeah.
to match Rebirth, and some are reacting as you'd expect. They seriously went and updated a 4-year-old game to censor Tifa. And you see the original picture here, I guess,
Yeah.
and then here's the update where she has a black undershirt on.
Yes.
So why are they doing this, Nick? If this isn't to bend the knee, protect, I don't know, our eyes or something. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So everybody's up in arms over this so-called censorship, but in actuality, what it is they're just making it consistent with what came before it. So she always had a black undershirt. This flashback scene has been covered in other games and animated shows on this story, and they just added that to make it more consistent. She's also around 14, 15 years old at this time of this flashback. So I mean, unless you like minors, I don't
Ugh,
know why
disturbing.
you'd be complaining about them covering up cleavage on a minor.
Right. Now
So
that makes sense.
yeah, so just for quick perspective, if they were going to censor this and they're like, "Oh, we can't have cleavage or we can't be showing anything," then why did they not change any of this?
Whoa.
So this is
Wowzers.
this is uh this is her three different outfits you can get for her in remake. They're all
Same
still the
character.
same. Huh?
Same character.
Yeah, same character. This is adult, grown up Tifa. They didn't change any of this at all. This is another character from Remake that didn't get censored, Scarlet.
Those are certainly boobies.
Yeah. None of her scenes, and she's in the game a lot, got censored. Also, Intergrade, which was the DLC, she plays a big part in that. And they are close up on the camera on these things. Like, it is not censored at all.
Nick, I got to ask you before you change the picture. Please go back. Is this game out in VR? I'm asking for a friend.
No, it should be out in VR, but no, it is not out in VR. But that's let's see here. Here's another image right here of the same character, Scarlet. They didn't censor any of that. Uh, but then here is Rebirth, which is the new game out, and this is kind of a blurry image. But everybody's probably seen this out here. They didn't censor or do any of this. So if they're gonna censor one small flashback scene,
Yeah.
that's literally like a couple lines of dialogue, and it's like maybe 2 minutes long. Why are they not censoring any of this other stuff?
Exactly. And speaking of this picture, I bet the girl in the pink, I don't know who she is, bless her heart, but she probably hates Tifa's guts. Nick, it's funny that that it people just jump on the bandwagon of everything is a war. They didn't update the game with an 8 gigabyte patch just to change the shirt of Tifa. What you're saying, if I hear you correctly, is that they did this so the story actually matches up with the prequel story where Tifa actually is wearing that shirt, plus the fact that she's portrayed as a 14-year-old young girl.
Yes. And that's pretty much the changes. Now they changed some there was some performance updates in that patch as well, and there's a line change at the end from Aerith, but she just goes from saying the steel sky, I miss it, to the sky, I hate it, just
Okay.
talking about, and they probably made that change because of what they're doing in Rebirth, and so they're just trying to make sure that it's consistent. So it's not like 4 years later, like, oh, we got to go back and change this game because these woke idiots out there are upset, because we're showing cleavage. That is not it at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. And everybody knows that Japan typically does not bend the knee to the westernized woke DEI censorship crap.
Mhm.
Uh, a lot of people use Forspoken as an example of that, but Square Enix was only the publisher for that game. They were not the
Gotcha.
creator of that game. There was another studio that created that game, and it flopped and bombed hard. And this Final Fantasy remake series is being done in-house at Square by the one of the original creators of the original game. Yeah, they're staying true to it. I've been playing through Rebirth. I'm 70 hours in. There's no woke in there. There's no censorship, none of that. And then I played through Remake multiple times, and there's nothing there as far as woke nonsense crap garbage either. So yeah, I at the end of the day, I think this is a huge nothing burger.
Okay. Well, you heard it there. Let us know in the comments what you think about it. Nick will continue playing the game, and as more things come out, we'll be hitting it here on the channel. Thank you so much. We are You Are Echo Base Network. Coach for Nick. See you on the next one.
Bye guys.